even though you have not done your practical yet. We've done this practical, but there's a very brief one. You can regard this as your pre-assessment for your lab report. Yeah. So looking at this, does it look like a lab report? I always say to you, kan, to be a good scientist, you cannot think what way? Apa? Okay. So what are the characteristics of good scientists? Curious, thinking out of the box. What else? When it comes to work output, have you or have you not done your lab exercise start report? How does it look like? You know Marani, the other group? I was in her class like 20 years ago, a long time ago. That means that Marani is quite ancient now. I think during lecture, she purposely omit few slides, but just give the reference to book. Okay? And little that the rest of the student in the class realized that is the very question yang nak masuk exam. Sebab student tak pergi cari buku untuk baca. Or Google for that matter. Masa tu Google macam tak banyak lagi. Wikipedia pun entry tak banyak lagi. But Wikipedia just started. So what happened was, that's a good assessment to see if you are a good student, a good scientist. Dia ada satu lagi karakteristik, always go extra mile. You know, not to impress the tutor, not to impress the lecturer, but actually for yourself, because you realize you are in the process of learning, acquiring the lesson, so you need to be certain about it. You need to do it decently so that you can follow the development of the lesson. So this is quite interesting to look at. So masa kelas Umarani tu, I didn't know she was going to ask the because we thought most question going to come from the lecture notes, right? Guess what? Masa exam, dia tanya soalan the very question yang dia tak mention pun dalam lecture notes. So, but she did give the reference to the book. Okay, I think soalan about free radical question. Radical question, you got the extra valency in the electrons, then cascade, do all the oxidation reaction. So apparently I happen to rajin sikit kan. Yalah, masa tu WhatsApp pun tak wujud lagi. You know, we are talking about a long time ago. I managed to answer all the question, and I got full marks for the test exam. Imagine I got that full marks tau, no kidding. So kenapa? Bijak? No. So this is something that you need to know. Since your age, younger than your age, I already train myself to always go extra mile. You know, my lab report starting from botany first semester was very impeccable. Bukan cantik tau, cantik pun cantik lah juga. I just did extra mile. Sebab bukan nak impress apa-apa. I need to learn this. I know if I do more, I remember for longer and deeper. So the fact that Remember, okay, this is not criticizing you. This is your pre-lab, so that the coming one you can improve. Ini kan nota. Ini kan nota. You don't even bother nak gunakan kertas baru. If you submit this to me, macam mana? Kan semua orang dah ada your group folder. Dalam group folder tu kan dah bagi benda ni. So kenapa tak print baru or write down on your paper and submit? Kenapa nak sibuk? Ni nota ni. Nampak tak? Padahal you got 2 weeks out to do it. And none of you in the group have that urgency to give a decent output. That's number 1. Number 2, look at this. If you refer to the note, actually the notes does come with the graphing and stuff. I don't see any graph. That's one thing. And some group don't even tulis per unit, which dah cakap kena tulis unit. Tak tulis unit pun, ni citations, mana unit? Lepas tu you do some kind of random calculation dekat bawah. You want me to do the marking decently for you, tapi you don't guide the examiner where to look at. Apalah salah kalau you working on a separate pages? Kenapa nak cram semua kat sini? Who says that semua kena cram dekat sini? Ini buat calculation group ni, group apa ni? Crop top. Dia buat calculation, tapi dia nak know calculation untuk hari yang mana? Untuk RJR ke, CGR ke? Tak tahu. Lepas tu unit ni, unit of course tak ni kan? So, ni apa? BBG. Magically appear the value. Lepas tu dia cakap formula apa ni? Before raya. Is there some kind of ucapan raya to me? Yang apa group WhatsApp dia tak nak tulis apa-apa, dia tulis ke formula dalam notes. So ask me untuk pergi tengok formula dalam notes tu. Dia tak nak tulis pun dalam ni. Don't bother to rewrite the formula sebab tak rasa macam I need to memorize this formula sebab masuk exam aja, nanti nak buat the actual experiment. Nampak tak? Sebab tu you need to tell yourself you are in the process to be a decent scientist. Dah tak boleh dah buat perangai-perangai macam ni. Do you understand? You need to buat kerja elok-elok decent. If you notice actually, some of it calculation tu jadi negatif kan? If you have done the graph, you would see it will not look sigmoid-like. So if you do your report decently, there is an urgency to discuss this unusual looking sigmoid curve, which is, it doesn't look sigmoid pun. They'll rather look up, down, naik balik. So why is that? I know this is a fictional data, but if it was true, could that happen in nature? Is that something you can discuss further? It doesn't have to be a lengthy discussion pun. Just what you see, what potentially could happen. Because at your level, itu saja. So bila tak buat benda tu, and it's just a pure plugging in numbers, how are you going to understand benda-benda ni semua? So do you understand now kenapa agriculture student sebenarnya tak suka mathematics? Okay, right? You need to couple the mathematics or statistic with biological reasoning. If it's having a specific value going up or going down, what is the biological reasoning of it? Is it due to the plant itself, the species? Maybe it's going down because it's senescing, or is it going down potentially because of the climate? If the data is fictional, your discussion can be fictional somewhere as well. You are creating a simulative situation to explain your data. So dia tak boleh lah buat macam ni. Okay lah, citations ni dia ada ucapan tambahan kat bawah ni. Notes, RGR of fruit and shoot on third day of germination are zero as the dry matter present on the previous data. There are no rate of dry matter increase per no existent present unit of dry matter. Another quality of good science. You need to understand now, English is the language of academia. So, I teach you in English, right? Do you think I have degree in English linguistic program? So, how come? Apa? My parents hail from Britain. Is that the case? So another point is, take this opportunity to write to improve your language command, your English proficiency. Good scientist is a good communicator. Not only someone yang pandai buat eksperimen. You actually know how to narrate your story. Because not all people have the chance or the ability to do experiment. Okay, but you do. So you do experiment and so on, and then there's a finding. The finding might reject or accept your hypothesis. And what's the implication from it? So you tell to the world, I've done this thing, and I observed this thing. And this is the reasoning behind it. If there is no reasoning behind it, if it's a new discovery, potentially what is the closest explanation to it? So kalau if you don't train yourself to have these good scientific thoughts from the beginning, bila lagi nak belajar tulis? At least kan, if you have written something, I can check right away. Oh, by the way, aku sangat rajin marking orang punya kerja sekolah. Sangat rajin. Right? Ni sedih je Watson ni. Sunyi. Ni pun sebab I conteng-conteng just now. Okay? Alright. You are young adults now. I shouldn't be treating you like darjah 2, right? And I can understand people you are looking forward for your raya holiday and stuff. Tapi kan ni waktu tengah belajar. And there are so many of you. Ada berapa? 7, 8. Important. Next quality. To brainstorm in the group. 8 orang, 7 orang are unable to decide, you know what, this is not a good quality to give because we are going to share this mark. Shouldn't we do a bit more because we got over 2 weeks time anyway? So to kena brainstorm. Brainstorm not only to find the answer but to ensure every single member in your circle understand what's going on and be able, if I suddenly pick up one of you, that person can come and explain to me to represent the rest of the group. Fluency. Tengok aku cakap, ada tersekat-sekat. And I'm not even a language lecturer pun. Okay? Right? This is not destructive criticism. You need to understand that. Ini sebab tu this is the pre. So that nanti after you come back from Raya, do better. Ini kan fictional data. I just want to see how you do. This is the reason. Nanti after Raya, you're going to do your actual experiment, right? You grow your plant. I think Mr. Helmi will provide corn seeds and stuff. Grow, produce your own data. Get your own leaf area. Get your own shoot biomass. Your root biomass. Have your data. Buatlah elok. Is that for me? So ada 7-8 orang kan. Remind each other. I'm very responsive with your work. Nak bagi for you to learn. Kalau aku rajin, kenapa kau tak boleh rajin? I'm very rajin. Do you realize that? By the way, nota ni kan tak curi siapa pun. Actually cari-cari buat sendiri tau. Orang lain actually curi-curi each other. Right? Okay? Right. So, do you want to redo for later? Or you want me to give mark right away now? Boleh je nak bagi mark. Macam Setia's very confident, right? Saya ada nota hari raya lagi kat sini. I can give it right away. Not a problem. Nanti I will provide the schema, short schema for this fictional data, and then we'll notify in the group so that you can reference. There is no need for you to redo this because, like I said, this is fictional, and I just want to see macam mana you submit. Remember, okay, kalau you don't correct your behavior from now, nanti after 3 years, 5 years, you are become a more egotistical adult, lagi susah. Kan? Betul, lagi susah. Ni masa tengah kurang dosa ni lah nak kena dibentuk-bentuk kan. Nah, the less sinner the better. Okay. Right. It seems like ramai orang tak suka letak unit. Kenapa ya? Do you understand? Unit ni in this AGR, RGR, unit is even more important to show what is present on the y-axis and x-axis too. Gram per day, meter square per day. Because it tells you how do you quantify the biomass growth of your assessment. Because if you're dealing with shoot, the leaf, is it going to have the same value as the root? Dia takkan sama. Some plants, admittedly, they're going to develop the root first, shoot later. Do you know that? Apa contoh? For example, plants yang invest more to grow, to develop the root first, shoot later. Bamboo. Why? Usually the taproot system. Yeah. They will invest more to the root so that can get more water and nutrients, and then that can nourish the coming shoot afterwards. Tapi not all. Sometimes the plant, depending on the species, will invest more on the shoot. Buat apa? Kadang tak ada root pun. You learn your botany, right? Remember a division called bryophytes? What are some example of bryophytes? Moss, lumut semua tu. So these moss lumut, they don't have roots per se. They're actually just by diffusion, osmosis. They don't even have, some of them don't even have the vascular system. Right? Okay. Right. Do you understand the message today? Okay. Alright. Nak nangis dah? Balik kejap lagi nangis. So, nobody want me to do the marking? No. Nak lah. Kan kita need to create a system like this. Whatever yang doesn't look quite okay, it will minus your originally 100 marks. So as more sins you commit, the lesser your mark going to be. Macam dia turun, dia bukan naik atas. It's stepwise coming down. Tiba-tiba tinggal markah 13 je. Oh. Okay, saya tahu. Kenapa? Bukan saintis patut confident ke? Alright. Okay. So kejap lagi can take this. If you want to do this individually and waiting for the schema to come, then that's fine. Then that's fine. This what you need to realize that you are in university now. Ini bukan sekolah lah. This is not school. There is no warden, no parents to come and strike you with rotan. Although I got my rotan, tak bengkok tu. Kan? Tak boleh nanti orang somebody call teleader, I'll be on probation. So understand that you are not in school. Nobody is going to hammer your head to make it work, to go deeper, to go profound. You need to understand when you do the extra bit of work, it's actually for you. Do that small little things that's going to accumulate over time now. And by the time you graduate, if you have that kind of decency to work in that manner, you're going to be above everybody else easily. Very, very easily. Kan? Dah jadi kelas motivasi lah pagi ni kan. Sian. I want to do the marking. Nanti aku marking semua dapat kosong. Nah, cuba tengok. Unit. Didn't I say something about the units? Banyak kali kan? Tak tulis apa unit. Yang ni lagi. Tulis dengan pensel tak nak padam eraser tak ada. Macam tu je. Ya. Print lah. I need to see. Print. Habis macam mana I want to see? Tak, I can mark on that because I want to call your group untuk to discuss your answer and stuff. Ini tak apalah. I can just bombard you with the annoying comments one go sebab semua orang buat dosa yang sama. Yeah. To some degree, semua orang actually do the same sins. So, jangan tahu. Ini nota. This is for your reference. Lepas tu kau nak juga pakai ni. Dah macam tak ada kertas lain. If I take this away, lepas tu, apa tinggal kau? Tak boleh macam tu. Jangan buat attitude lebih kurang tu. Sebab tu tak boleh nak belajar decently, tak boleh nak ingat benda very long time. Respect the lesson so that the lesson will like you. When the lesson like you, the knowledge like you, whatever you do, dia melekat dalam kepala. Kalau buat macam ni kan, buat macam lebih kurang, buat cincai-cincai kan, are you respecting the lesson? And there are 7-8 of you. Takkan seorang pun tak boleh buat elok. Ini bukan kelas pendidikan seni. I'm not into that kind of cantik-cantik semua tu. The point is the content, it looks decent, people can follow. Yeah. To the point when you submit your submission report kan, it is self-explanatory. I don't have to call you back pun. Okay, dah lulus. Do you know science banyak ada scientific journal article. Can you talk to the author of the article? Nampak tak article? Very organized, very coherent, very systematic. In fact kan, some of the articles that you have read, many of them, authors tu dah mati dah pun. But how come authors dah mati, you don't get to ask the author, tapi baca boleh je faham? Maksudnya, these good scientists, they have developed from the beginning the arts of communicating well in writing, very structured. Ada flow, people can follow. Kalau macam ni kan, disubmit dekat journal article, lepas tu dia mati. Lepas tu orang baca. Apa? Do you think people will understand? You are in the hole now. Can people ask you? And somebody would like me, if I'm very angry with this kind of piece of writing that you submit to journal, I'll go to the grave and stamp on it. How dare you give this untuk orang baca dan orang tak faham. Lepas tu, you decide to go to hole. Kan? Macam buat macam tu. Right? Okay. Remember, this is not to destructively criticizing. Right. So, I think you can take back benda ni. Ke tak nak dah, tak nak tengok dosa. Ambil lah balik. Nah, ambil balik. So, nanti ambil balik ni, ambil BBG. Siapa ni? Cetaceous, crop top dengan Watson. Ke ada yang dah buat tapi tak bagi tahu your group members? Macam tak nak buat sendiri. Ni, Watson tak mau. Tak mau, I'll send to recycle bin. Do you still have your time now? Do you still have the mobility program?
Yes.
Guess who started that? Yeah. I was the first one yang receive benda tu, and our government used me as a case study because it was successful. So I got 2 times. I got mobility masa semester 6 ke 7 to Taiwan, and then I got lagi the same scholarship mobility, even more expensive, to send me for LI. Aku tak LI kat sini, aku LI kat England. Nampak tak? Sebab tu belajar behave from the beginning. And it's not like I'm some kind of nerd. Before I went for my internship, my LI, I helped my friends untuk siapkan 5 thesis FYP. 5. In a way, they kind of rush me because they know if I'm going to England, that's not going to happen. So I stayed in college for like 3 weeks, but nak tolong my member. So doesn't mean that if you want to be a decent scientist, nak kena jadi nerd, bookworm all the time. Kan? That looks weird. Don't be that, please. Okay? Kenapa nampak sedih? Nak duit raya? Belum raya lagi. Kalau mobility tu tak berjaya, you know, I think they would only restrict that to certain university dan dia hanya bagi like every other year. Yeah. How would I know that I was the lab rat to be tested that? I didn't know rat away pun. A few years after that baru tahu. Somebody from dekat JPA kat London said to me, you are the guy. Actually, we were studying you. Yeah, and then a bunch of other university UM keep contacting me untuk tanya buat benda macam mana. Yeah. So my opportunity during my time could be different from what you are having now. My time dulu tak ada lagi tau semua Google. Ada Google tu, YouTube tu baru menyala. Tapi the information is not as overwhelming as now. Bayangkan masa tu, WhatsApp tu tak ada lagi. Facebook pun orang login sebab nak main Farmville. Yeah. No. Alright, okay. Alright. Okay, boleh faham? Nak balik raya? Nak duit raya? Nak duit raya buatlah assignment elok-elok. Okay, So I think that's all for now, so that you can have a decent time off for your holiday. When you come back, kejap. Mi, ada tak lab paper yang dah print? Any copy? Nak bagi satu kejap. So here's what's gonna happen. Because you are a bit over ke depan in terms of lecture, I'm thinking the first week of when you come back from Raya tu, we'll do like a intense, well not so intense. We'll do that lots of lab. Okay. We will be dealing with lab that involve the leaf area assessment dan juga you need to start growing your kacang, so that you can get the growth values for the growth analysis. I'll think I'll be around on that Monday. If I'm not around later, kau kena dengar cakap budak-budak ni. Kalau dia kata kau buat perangai, siap kau. I said I might not be around. Okay. Alright. Sekejap ya. Kenapa tak ada benda kat sini? Can you open the synosis cursus here? Okay. Go down. Down. That's done. Photosynthesis nanti. Air tu dah. That's number 4 is done. Number 5 tu can be dengan photosynthesis. Number 6, what's that? No, that's the nutrition. When you come back, what week is that? Hi. When you come back, what week is that?
Week 4.
4? 4 ke 5? 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's have a target here for your lecture. Lab tak apa. Lab you just follow the ni. For your lecture after your Raya holiday, but before your mid-semester break, we will try to finish. This is the goal. The unsur pemakanan, the plant nutrition, and the assimilate translocation. Okay, so only 2 lessons to be finished before your mid-semester break. Then after your semester break, we only have to deal with photosynthesis and hormone. We just focus on that. Yeah, and then we should be done with the lecture and stuff. Maybe week 12. Week 12 or week 11 or 12. Then you got 2 or 3 weeks to finish whatever assignment yang tak finish. And see, even though kita ada banyak cuti sebenarnya hari Senin, we are not missing anything. Right. Okay, lab safety. So nanti next coming Monday when you come back from holiday, make sure that you get this. Nanti Mr. Helmi will print for you. So let's see which one nak buat dulu. 17/4. Practical. Do you have class after 10 on Monday?
We do full until 7.
Full. Okay. What about Wednesday? After 11 or?
They have 3 hours.
The class at 2 to 5.
One moment. So So I need to mention this anyway because I think you know already about the laboratory safety, so that we don't have to go through this on the first day. So laboratory safety, don't kill each other. Wear safety books. I'm not too crazy about lab coats kalau we are not dealing with chemical. But if you don't want to get scolded by the KJ, wear it je lah during the lab session. Okay, I'm not wearing it, tak apa. People don't cannot do much to me. Um, yeah. Sekejap ya. Actually, in this lab manual, they had mention about the format of their reports. Let's see. So that's fine. Growth analysis. Okay, so when you come back from holiday, you are going to do 2 experiments in the first week. No lesson just yet. We'll do the lesson the coming week. Okay. So the first experiment is to know how to quantify leaf area using 2 techniques, using the machine that you use in the first week, and also to use the graph tracing paper. Okay, that's number 1. And at the same time, you need to start to grow the seeds. Kalau sempat, do the growing on Monday, the sowing, so that you can see what's happening to it on Wednesday. If not so happening so good, then you need to repeat immediately on Wednesday. Okay. I can tell you on Monday lah, masa on the 17th. But just bear in mind, based on my experience, you are agriculture, horticulture student, tapi for some reason tak reti nak grow the seeds, to germinate the seeds. Tak tahu kenapa. Yeah. I tell you what's the dosa from the previous student. Ada 6-7 people in groups, but nobody care to water the plants. Mati, of course, gone that group. Secondly, the seeds maybe not a good seeds, not germinating. You don't bother to replace with a new seed immediately 3 days after that. Also gone. Leaf dekat luar, lepas tu hujan, and nobody check for 3 days. That thing turn into aquarium. Gone as well. So nampak tak semua benda ni? Ni semua attitude sebenarnya. When there are so many of you, tapi you still do not manage to delegate the work, to assign, okay, you'll be responsible for this, you'll be responsible for this. It's just not going to happen. I can only interfere so much for you to work within your group. Okay? Right? So, like I said, I'm going to be a bit busy dan banyak kena kerja outstation. So that's why you need to work with me to make this happen. Ke kau nak kelas ganti banyak sangat? Trace paper. You need to start to bring your calculator. This is going to use a lot of calculator. Application. Yep, that's about it. Bila test 1? 29? Alright, 29. I need to susun masa sekejap. Takut tak sempat. Mi, boleh ke buat kuliah dekat sini on Monday, Isnin? Boleh? Tengok. Nanti confirm balik. Sebab Isnin. Bukan nak buat kuliah lah, maksud nak buat eksperimen terus. Sebab kita kalau ikut ni kan 17 hari bulan nak ni. Oh, mana? Lab physio? Boleh? Bawa projektor je lah kot. Projektor ke screen tu. Muat kan? Tak muat duduk bawah meja. Okay, I think that's all for today. Kan tak payahlah, maybe banyak orang nak cuti, nobody wants to listen to you anyway. Kan? Alright, okay. Happy? Tak happy? Nak tukar group? Kenapa tak nak? I'm welcoming you to tukar group actually. Okay. So, your group? Okay, KO? Ada bangkangan? You got question? Did you understand lesson from Monday? Hari ni kita belajar apa? Group hari tu ada yang baru masuk kan dengan group Watson? Mana? Tak datang? Dah lah baru masuk kelas tu tak datang pula. Macam mana tu? Kenapa? What happened to her? Dia sakit? I'm sure I heard it wrong. Repeat balik. Dia? Okay. Because I heard benda yang bukan-bukan. So tak apalah. Okay. Sakit tak apa. Okay. Do you have her contact? You know kan, we have the lesson on the playlist kat YouTube tu. Okay. Walaupun we have the record, datanglah group. If your group member tu ada problem, you need to work a way around it. Kan? Let me know later ke how we can deal with that. Ini dia tak datang, dah missing some information. Kan? If you don't deal with it right now, nanti she's going to be a problem to you. Kenapa dia masuk lambat? Okay. Alright. This is week what? 3, right? This subject unfortunately memang it's a bit heavy sebab we got the lesson dengan ni. So if somehow you can assist your friend, try to assist. She still needs to do things by herself. Just help to provide the lesson benda semua. Hari ni buat ni. Kau bacalah. Kan? Ke kau tak empathetic pun sebenarnya. Hantar situ, kerja aku tak siap. Your age now kan memang semua selfish. Tak tahu kenapa. No, I'm saying this about all of you girls in one group. My experience telling me bila semua girls kat dalam tu, they want to see the truth, they want me to hear the truth ke you want me to be nice today? Masalahnya group lain yang cakap. It didn't end well. Everybody each other sort of selfish, tak siap assignment, tak jaga pokok. By the way, pokok aquarium tu group the ladies group. Buat kerja tak kemas. Yeah, and I do not know ada communication problem among the girls in the group masa tu. Lepas tu, of course lah kan aku akan marah lah kan. Lepas tu mula dia tulis assessment bukan-bukan. Macam Not that I care, tapi kan dia tak sedar sebenarnya dia yang ada masalah. Lepas tu aku pula yang kena apa tu? Cannot control my outburst. At least kan you are still nice tau. You come on time. That girls in the group dah lah datang lambat. Datang lambat baru sibuk nak pakai tudung sampai dekat lab. Oh my god. Right, really? You think you are diva level apa? 18? So I'm telling this bukan nak badmouth the student before. Please don't be like that because it didn't end well. Betul. Didn't end well. 3 or 4 dalam group tu sebenarnya some of the lowest mark yang dapat dalam kelas. Macam mana? How am I going to help you? Kalau you have attitude problem, it's just not going to happen. Datang lambat kelas is a big red alert tau. Tak datang lambat tu is one thing. Tak buat kerja, tak buat assignment, tak hantar. Padahal dah bagi tahu awal. Bila I ask untuk tunjuk kat sini kan, blaming each other sebab tak buat. Never have the discussion or brainstorm in the group 4 weeks earlier. So tak betul lah macam tu. So bukan nak jadi racist ke sexist ke, but careful, okay? Because I've been teaching this for like 7 years now. So dah nampak 7 ke? 8 je. So group guys, guys kau buat ni kau nampak ni. Ni bengkok ada sebab tau. Nampak ni? Nampak? That's the reason dia bengkok macam ni. You see he's bending? Yeah. Guys tak apa. Dia tak payah banyak cakap. Piap je. Kalau girls takkan aku nak piap. Kan? Attitude problem. Like seriously. Lepas tu nak marah lecturer balik dalam your assessment comment. You know comment tu sebenarnya nobody cares. Orang buat comment tu sebab I tell you the truth. Sebab ISO requirement. Do you think all the dekan going to kenapa ni panggil kenapa tak elok assessment ni? Do you think that's what happens? No, people just do that for ISO requirement. The sad truth is it makes the lecturer macam kind of immune to your concern. Sebab tu ada banyak bad lecturer. Kan? Which is not nice lah. So be careful kalau dalam group tu ada banyak sangat one gender. Dia banyak guys pun kau tahu sangat gembira sangat yang guys dia buat kerja tapi tertinggal itu, tertinggal ini. Stapler habis bulat, macam-macam lah. All these fancy excuses that I keep hearing. Yeah, I can turn it into a compendium of the guys' excuses. Kan, motor tak nak start lah, minyak tuti tak isi lah. Macam-macam. Okay, alright, okay. So I think that's all. Ada soalan? All good? All good? All good? All good? Nak cuti? Nak cuti. Okay. So that's all. I'll see you after Raya. Alright. See you. Okay.